The central question of Millions Learning is where and how quality education for children and young people has scaled in low and middle income countries around the world. In the Millions Learning study, the term scaling is used to represent a range of pathways, from more deliberate replication to a more organic process of diffusion that both expand and deepen effective approaches that lead to lasting improvements in people's lives. There are 4 key pathways that can be pursued when scaling up impact. The first, horizontal scaling, is about reaching more people and places. This pertains to the breadth of coverage of an intervention, the expansion from one geographic area to another to reach more people and communities. The second, vertical scaling, is about policy adoption, moving initiatives from local to nationwide engagement. Third, organizational scaling, strengthening capacity. This involves increasing organizational strength to improve effectiveness, efficiency, and sustainability of activities. Fourth, functional scaling, more activities. This relates to the expansion of the type of activities or areas of engagement. Oftentimes, these scaling pathways are pursued in combination with one another. In the Millions Learning study, we examined cases that for the most part began on the margins of the mainstream education system before the idea spread and was taken up more broadly. 2 strategies for scaling quality learning from the margins include 1, idea adoption, and 2, delivery innovation. Idea adoption involves spreading new approaches across an education ecosystem. An example of this can be seen in lesson study in Zambia, a Japanese-originated practice of peer-to-peer collaborative learning for teachers that is now being implemented across all 10 provinces in Zambia. Delivery innovation consists of innovating in education delivery, often for marginalized communities. Sistema de Aprendizaje Tutorial, or SAT, is a good example of this strategy, as it delivers an alternative secondary education program tailored for rural youth living in Latin America. Lesson study, an in-service teacher collaborative learning approach that originated in Japan, has now been adapted to over 50 countries around the world, including Zambia. In Zambia, the strategy, led by the government, has reached more than 2 million students and approximately 52,000 teachers. Impact assessments consistently found that higher levels of lesson study practice in schools were correlated with higher student achievement on national exams. In Zambia's Central Province, after 3 years of lesson study, students' pass rates on grade 12 science exams were 12% higher than in provinces without lesson study. SAT is an alternative secondary education program that combines relevant theory with hands-on practice for marginalized youth living in Latin America. Developed by a Colombian NGO in the 1970s, it is currently being implemented in Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Honduras, and Nicaragua, and has reached an estimated 300,000 students to date. More specifically, in Colombia and Honduras, SAT is accredited and recognized by the governments. An impact evaluation in Honduras found that after 2 years, children living in SAT villages outperformed their peers from traditional secondary schools and other rural areas by 45%. In Millions Learning, our focus on scaling is not about expanding a brand or rolling out a fixed model, but rather about identifying the common underlying factors that contribute to spreading effective teaching and learning practices. At the end of the day, our interest is in scaling impact, ensuring that millions of children and young people have the knowledge and skills needed for their lives today and into the future. Click here to learn more.